What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 28 of the Nightly Nonsense Podcast. I'm your host, Adam. I'm here with Dave and Chris. Boys, how's everyone's brackets doing? How's the madness treating everybody?
Well, if you listened last week, you know that Dave and I both said that our first round there's a few upsets in there, but then it was pretty chalky after that. It's been a pretty chalky March Madness, so I'm only missing two teams out of my Sweet 16.
Okay.
Yep.
And
I have three. I'm out on three.
And then all my Elite Eight teams are still in play.
So therefore, all of your Final Four as well.
Yeah.
Yep. I've lost a Final Four team. I've lost one.
This is, at this point, after a weekend number one, this is the best I've been sitting in a while.
Same. Best I've ever done.
It's good.
Whatever year it was, I think Arkansas made it to the Elite Eight. Whatever year that was, my bracket, I'm in this one with Mr. Campbell with 800 people are in it. And I was in 15th place because I was the only person that had Arkansas going that far. So my possible points were still really high. Then as soon as they lost, I really really spiraled. But
you want to know what place I'm in that pool right now?
Where are you at?
I believe 24th.
That's solid. I'm at 420.
I am 24th in that one. I'm in another pool with 200 people and I'm in fourth.
That's solid.
What's your nation rank right now?
On ESPN Tournament Challenge?
Yeah, sure.
That's the biggest one. Let's see. Let me pull it up. Do you know yours?
I'm in the 98th percentile and I'm ranked 342,000.
So I'm in the 97.5 percentile and I'm at 600,000th rank.
Let's go.
I have 490 points.
All I know is there was a moment this weekend when I texted Dave and I had just finished watching two really close games. And then the games I was watching, one went to overtime. The other one was in a dead heat all the way until the minute. And I just texted him and I was like, what else can you ask for? This is the top tier of content you could ever consume. I could just sit there and watch that tournament for 7 days straight.
It's amazing. I love it.
I'll admit, because when we talked about this last week, both of you were I feel like, Adam, you're not the highest on March Madness just based on the vibes I was given. And because of that, I've been more invested into this year's tournament and actually watching.
It's fun.
No, it's awesome. And I took off a little bit, snuck out of the office on Thursday, watched most of the afternoon. I brought in and listen to this. So I have my man cave in my basement. I have the 3 big TVs, and I brought in an outdoor chair that has the fold-up table and set it down in the middle of my room with the fold-up table.
I didn't really understand that though. What was the point of the chair? Why you don't have seating in there?
I don't have good seating in my.
Do you have a handwritten bracket so you're highlighting and crossing out as they go?
I printed it off before I snuck out of the building. I printed off a copy. I'm highlighting and I'm circling and Xing out and I'm sitting there. Yeah. So Chris, I do. I have bad seating and my basement's small, and so I don't have the best seating arrangements. My couch is kind of sideways.
It's not ideal.
No. And so I brought in an outdoor folding chair, but it's a really comfortable one. I just got it for my birthday from my parents. And,
nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's an adult birthday gift if I've ever heard one.
I know. A bag chair with a side table.
And a cup holder built in.
Yeah. The cup holder side table that just comes out of the side of the chair.
How many Diet Cokes did it come with?
That picture he sent me had 2 Diet Cokes lined up with 2 waters next to it, and I was like, "Dave, you sly dog! You don't have to put those waters in there down there."
That was just for the That was just
put those 4 Diet Cokes out. We know it's 4 Diet Cokes.
If you look at my setup right now, Diet Coke and water.
He sends you. It's
beer.
It's an 128 ounce Yeti, and then he actually starts pouring it out. It's just Diet Coke.
Mom always said if you drink a soda, you got to drink a diet to cancel it out. Have you guys ever seen that video?
No,
I haven't.
But have you ever seen a skinny person drink a Diet Coke? No, doesn't happen.
Yeah, no, I have. There's nothing wrong with Diet Coke.
I saw that on TikTok. I didn't come up with that.
No, but in terms of Dave's TV setup, it's pretty elite. And when
Elite.
I texted him, I was like, I'm just talking theoretically here, but theoretically we could have 12 games going at one time with quad boxes on each
Four
TV.
quad or 3 TVs with quad boxes on each.
I mean, well, that's
Oh
that's
my.
now we're in the business.
Oh my god.
That
And
might
you
that
t-
might be too much. I don't know if I could handle that.
It is a
Josh.
lot. It's like it's like a stock ticker. Like,
Well, I have an app on one of these TVs that's a sports book, so it rolls live lines throughout the day. I was thinking about getting one of those tickers that looks like a stock market ticker, but it
Just
rolls
have it
live.
going all the way across.
Would that not be the coolest thing ever?
yeah, that's for your next house when you got more room in the basement. That's an upgrade that you do when you have the space that you need.
Oh no. What'd you say? Mine just my video just messed up. What did you
No,
say?
I just said that's an upgrade you make when you move to a
House
place
number
with a little
2.
bit with a
Yeah.
little bit bigger basement.
Yeah, I agree.
It's an
I
upgrade.
agree.
Yeah.
Or I could get one of those of you, and we'll move on from this in a second. But have you seen one of those? Like it's a miniature jumbotron, like center hanging scoreboard.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're so cool.
I saw that and I was like,
They're like $4,000 or something like
They
that, but they're
are.
so cool.
And they have a ticker built in, and then TVs on each side.
Yeah.
Like,
That might be a must. I can't wait to see what Dave's man cave ends up when he's fully grown.
It's
gonna be
already
elite.
it's already.
I know
elite.
it's just gonna be elite because he's got all the raw materials. He just needs the display case to be able to.
like
So
a
He
big
needs the
Right
right.
on.
He needs the right
Yeah.
canvas.
Yeah, he needs the right
Exactly.
canvas.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, that's just got me.
No, but to wrap
feeling-
that up, March Madness has been electric, and I cannot wait for this weekend.
I agree.
The first round was like typical March Madness electric, and then all like the games have been solid, so it's made it good. But like you said, it's chalky, so like you haven't really had any. Like NC State is an 11, so I think they're the highest seed left.
Pick that. Pick
I had-
that.
Bang.
I had that
San
as
Diego
well, but I
State
had
also
them
kinda
beating
snuck.
Kentucky, but Kentucky lost to Oakland, so
I had Oakland.
didn't
picked
do it.
Oakland.
Didn't do as nice. I matched you round 2 wins, Dave. Unfortunately, you had 6 more round 1 wins than I
Oh,
did.
Wow. Wow, 6 more. And what round 1 was kind of my weaker round. I mean, I feel like it was. I mean, it wasn't weak, but it was not as
I
strong.
mean, you were 23 wins, which I think in this, the most wins someone had round 1 was 28, which is incredible.
That is incredible.
And then the most round 2 wins, someone had 15. So only got 1 game wrong.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, then, yeah.
Dave and Braden texted me Saturday morning, I believe, with talking about picks, and I was like, I love all the picks. The only thing I don't like is Clemson. I like Clemson winning, and they hated it.
Did they talk you out of it?
No, they were just bashing me for it, and then
Okay.
Clemson won. No, I did hit the only bet I hit this weekend, which was enough to cover everything, which was great, was San Diego State and what was the last game?
San Diego State played. This is why I need my paper bracket in front of me.
It was San
right
Diego
now.
State.
Let
and
me
then
get
the
it for you.
other
Give
one
me
was a
time. Give me
lock.
time.
The other one was a lock. It was
Where's San Diego State?
I think it was
Top
the
left.
it was the Duke.
They beat Yale.
No.
They beat Yale.
Yes, they
Yeah.
beat Yale because I had freaking UAB Auburn in that, and it was the reverse. It was San Diego State Yale.
I had Yale, San Diego State. So yeah, I guess you're right. I did pick some good first round.
Like
My-
every single upset I had was wrong. Like all of the 12s I had beating 5s were the wrong 12s. Every
Yeah.
13 I had was the wrrong 13.
Dave, you had James Madison over Wisconsin, right?
I did.
did-
Yes.
Yeah. that
Third
was a
time's a
great
charm.
game.
It finally did it for
It
you.
finally, everyone who follows along with this podcast knows I love to bet for James Madison, and I don't know why.
I don't remember if last week if it was on pod or off pod when we were talking about this, but because you brought up bets, why didn't we put a 50 spot
So did we do the math on that?
or
Would we have
10
won?
spot? We
Would
would have
come out
won.
ahead? How much?
We would have come up.
What did
I
we say we
all
were
the
going to
math.
do? $10 a
So
game?
if we did $10 a game, then we would have come out at, and I have this math. Let me pull it up.
While you pull that up, I'll just say that I love you guys. Actually, I forgot what I was going to say.
Love you too, man.
So if we would have done $10 on each, that would have been we would have bet $320,
Yep.
and we
Math
ended up
checks out.
winning 424. So we would have come up $104.
I don't like that sweat that much for
I know, for
$100. And then
But-
there's
I know,
also
but if we would have bet 100, then it would have been
we would have been up $1,240, $1,040.
and that's pretty good.
But you talk about sweating.
yeah,
The
that's
sweat
a
about-
sweat.
We
Putting
could have put
$3,200 down on 2 days of bets is bananas.
And then you really have to be watching every single
Yeah.
game too.
Oh, yeah.
And then
The-
it's just like
the
ugh.
thing is, because we've talked about this and I've seen it on Instagram, like if you would have done this like the past like 10 years, you come out making money. Like next year I'm gonna do this and it's gonna be the first year ever that no upsets happen round one.
I know. Like, it's just bad juju.
Yeah,
I don't,
Yeah.
exactly.
Just put your money in the S&P 500, 8% return. One last thing on basketball. Dave and I are so high up on Marquette right now.
I love
We were
Marquette.
just talking about it, and gosh, do I love that team. I mean,
Okay.
they're just
Shaka Smart.
fast, well-conditioned,
Is
smart basketball play, good passing, just excellent fundamentals. I love them.
If you had to go off bracket and like put your money on a team right now, is that who you're putting it
We
on?
did. Dave and I both put a couple shekels on them.
Oh, a couple
A
of
shekel,
shekels.
a shekel
Yeah.
or two?
Couple-
I asked him
shekels.
how many
You serious?
pounds, a couple pounds that we had to put in. But yeah,
What were they? Plus 1,200 right now or something like that?
yeah, to win it all.
Just a little,
that's
just a little
worth it.
sheckler?
Yeah, which that is, I have him in my final
Just a
four.
little
but
Ryan
losing-
Sheckler?
I have him lose Ryan Shackler losing to Creighton.
Isn't that a guy's name?
Yeah,
Wait,
he sang. He was a
Creighton
singer.
plays.
In the final four is when they would.
Oh my gosh, that would be an electric game to watch. I love both those teams. That would be
I
so
know.
much fun to watch. I hope that happens.
A little Big East showdown.
Gosh.
Did you just say Ryan Sheckler was a singer, Dave?
I
No,
thought
he's
he
a skateboarder, isn't
He's
he?
a skateboarder.
was. No way. Who am I thinking? I'm thinking of Ryan Cabrera. You remember Ryan Cabrera?
Seacrest.
Do you know who Ryan Cabrera is?
A guy, I guess a singer,
Oh, he sang
American musician. Let's see what he's known for.
On the Way Down. That song.
That's it.
That's the song.
That's it. You're not making it up.
I know. That's who I thought when you said Ryan Sheckler.
Either
All
way,
right,
what,
Adam.
games pick back up tomorrow?
Is Ryan
Hey, Jared.
Sheckler the second most famous skateboarder ever behind Tony Hawk?
I would say no.
Not even close.
Who
I
are
mean, Rob
famous?
Deirdrick, right off the top of mind, is more.
Bob
Oh.
Bob Burnquist? You
Yeah.
kidding me?
There's a lot.
Well, okay.
That's all, I mean, we named. I think
Bam
that's,
Margera.
Bam
Who
Margera-
is
yeah,
that?
Bam.
I've never heard that name in my life.
What?
Bam Majura. You haven't heard of Bam?
No, I don't think. When was he famous?
He had like a
He-
whole TV show on MTV where he'd like bring alligators and put them in his dad's room and stuff.
And he had a fat uncle, Uncle Don Vito, and
Yeah,
they would just do
Uncle
this show and go
Don.
Don Vito.
That's kind of crazy that you've never even heard of his name before.
I've never heard that name before in my life.
Wow.
I've heard of Bam Adebayo.
Yeah. You just have all that sports knowledge up there from the NCAA tournament history all the way back until 1979. So you
I did go
don't
back
have
and
room
listen.
for all these names.
I did go back and listen to that and was mesmerized by myself.
This
All right.
article has Ryan Sheckler as the number 7 most famous skateboarder.
Thank you.
All right,
That's
give us
all.
the top 5 now that we're on.
Tony
good old
Hawk.
Letitia Buffoni,
Doesn't count.
Who is that?
Jason Lee,
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Rob
Yeah.
Deerdeck, Tony Hawk's 2, and Bam's
Ooh.
number 1.
What?
I mean, Tony Hawk's the best, but I think Bam's more famous because he had like MTV shows. Like he monopolized it more.
His
me
like
look him
skateboard, his deck sales are the highest deck sales of all time. He sold so many skateboards.
Let me look him up. Bam.
Margera.
Well, if you type in Bam, it gives me Margera and Adebayo. So I've got the two most famous Bams.
Not Bam Bam from the Flintstones?
I think I've seen this guy before.
You had to have. If you at any point as a youth just turned on MTV at some point in your life, you have seen him before.
I've definitely seen him before. Yeah. His name's actually Brandon.
Are you more familiar with him as Brandon
If
Margera?
you would have told me Brandon, if you would have told me Brandon Cole Margera, I would have been like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's it.
All right.
That's it.
I really want to hear about this
This next
Bachelor
question.
finale. Yeah, because I need to know some backstory here.
Yeah. Go
Well,
ahead.
first off, I'm gonna ask the question that's gonna lead up to this. When was the last time you guys teared up watching television?
Probably like a month ago, and it was while I was watching Love on the Spectrum because I
Okay.
was just so proud of them for
Okay.
just accomplishing their goals and going out into life with so many challenges and still
That's-
being able to.
see, that's-
I mean, it was just truly beautiful.
I think
so.
that's beautiful. I think I have nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. Dave,
I'm
are you
trying to
are you still cold-hearted?
on a TV, like
Oh, I've also teared up to Survivor many times.
I don't know if when the last time I teared up for any TV show. Like, I don't think there is. I there is, but I don't know when it is.
Okay.
When it was. I can't think of anything.
Either way,
You're just
I'm a
hard shell of
cold-hearted-
person.
Yeah,
In
that's
my-
like
in my
totally
notes-
me.
in the notes here, I'm saying hand up. I'll admit it. Bachelor finale was on Monday. Teared up a little bit,
Why though? It's The Bachelor.
but
Was
it's
it the girl that was talking to the guy? I saw this on TikTok.
so it's just like I have found myself getting far more emotional as I've gotten
Sure.
older. Like I
Yeah,
remember being
totally.
like a kid, like watching ESPN in the morning before school and like watching Make-A-Wish, and like that would do nothing for me. And now if like Make-A-Wish was a segment on ESPN and I watched it, like I would cry the entire time.
Yeah.
I think it's just like as you get older, you realize like these are real things. Like you can separate, like when you're younger, you're just like, oh, this is TV. It isn't real, even when it was based on real things. But now, as you're older, you like understand like these are real world things, right? So just this girl talking about how she realized that like she's known for a while now that he wasn't going to pick her, and she made like a comment like, if I could love the wrong person this much, can you imagine how much I can love the right person? Just like little things like that. I'm like, oh, that's so beautiful.
Wow.
That is wow. I don't know what to say. That's I'm proud of you
Just
Yeah.
just in touch with my emotions.
for
That's
being
all it
that in
is.
touch with your emotions. I mean,
I just
I've
love
seen,
love.
I've
you know?
seen the scene. I on TikTok. I have seen the part of the show that you're referring to because it's been on the TikTok machine. And
Yeah.
I get it. Like I was nowhere near tears, but I was like, wow, this is an emotional moment for this
Yeah.
girl. And the guy got emotional too, and you know all that. That yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just something that's also like another thing. Like I remember at Aaron's wedding, which obviously a much different thing, like that has its own set of emotions. Like looking in like
your
the
brother.
front, like looking in the front row and like seeing my parents cry. Like something about seeing my
Yeah.
parents cry,
Yeah,
then like
that's definitely. Yeah.
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
so just like something
Yeah.
about seeing other people getting emotional now gets to me.
I
Yeah,
agree with
that's
that.
fair.
If it makes sense for them to be emotional.
Listen, there's no shame in it at all. I think I got teared up like a month ago to one of those videos that are like, can someone explain to me why guys like sports so much? And then it's just a montage of like all the greatest sports moments in history. And I'm just sitting
Those
there,
will get me.
and I'm like, oh my gosh, like
with a good
Unbel-
backtrack,
a
to it,
soundtrack.
like soundtrack.
Oh my gosh. And then I'm just
Oh.
sitting there thinking like, God, I have a whole life of unbelievable sporting events to look forward to. I
That's
can't
like-
ever miss any game of anything
Yeah.
because I'm always missing a potential greatest moment of all time.
That's
Yeah.
like it was when the Texas Rangers won the World Series. Like it was a clip of like a grown man crying because it was the first time the Rangers had ever won, and like his son was filming. He's like, "Why are you?" He's like, or the wife was like, "You didn't even cry when
At our
this
wedding,
happened."
yeah. Or with-
It's
yeah,
like
the-
he's like, I've known my son for 18 years. I've known the Rangers my entire life, or it was like something like
Yeah.
that. And like
Oh,
I know a ton of people like when the Blues won like the Stanley Cup, like people crying because
I was
that,
close there.
like
Oh,
Yeah.
I was definitely teary-eyed when that
Yeah.
happened. But
for
this is
sure.
making me think of, because I just saw the episode, the Ron Swanson Pyramid of Greatness. and it says crying acceptable at funerals and the Grand Canyon.
You can cry at the Grand Canyon.
Those are the 2 acceptable times
That's
to
it.
cry.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, then he thinks
No.
I'm soft as hell.
Do y'all
Well,
have
hey,
a
we're not
good?
crying. There's a difference between misty eyes
Yeah,
and a
it's
tear
not like
running
I'm
down
like
your cheek.
outwardly
Very
sobbing.
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted her to love him so much.
Do you guys have a good song that can be the soundtrack for a video? Like Clocks by Coldplay. If that's behind sports moments for me, I'm like, this is unbelievable.
Viva la vida.
Yeah. So pretty much we're just saying Coldplay in general.
Yeah, Coldplay just kind of knocks it out of the park there.
Yeah.
The
For me.
classic from our youth, "My Wish" by Rascal Flatts.
Yeah. Yeah. But if that's showing like great sports moments, I don't know if that goes together well.
No, that doesn't go together. That's
The
that's more
college-
the Make-A-Wish soundtrack.
The college game day like stories about kids and people that are fans of college teams and they have cancer or they have something, those
Yeah.
definitely will get me. Those will get me.
Like Chris, you said like an episode of Survivor, and like I feel like they haven't done it in a couple seasons, but when they used to like bring family members in, and then it's like
yeah.
the people like breaking down because they haven't seen their family in like
that gets
months,
you every
and it's
time.
like,
I mean, it just
God.
gets you every time. You're just like, and it hasn't even been months. It's been like 3 weeks or something like
Yeah.
that. Like, but they're
Yeah.
just, they feel so alone. And then like even that episode where he was like holding up that whatever, like 2 seasons ago, and he was calling out that he was like, this next minute's for this guy who performed open heart surgery for 14 hours and blah, blah,
Mhm.
blah. I was like, God damn, that hits me in the feels. That hits you in the soft spot sometimes.
And then that old guy ended up winning, and he
Yeah.
donated like all of the $1 million to like
It was awesome.
veterans, and it's like, God dang it!
Yeah.
Like I'm just like sitting here, I'm like,
Yeah.
I need to go to the gym, do manly things, give me
Yeah.
a steak.
I still watch the singing competition shows. Obviously, I'm a musical guy.
See, this is why you don't have any time to watch any good stuff, because you're watching just reality TV.
Because you're watching season 45 of American
all
Idol.
right, boys. You boys.
If you say the Masked
Survivor and
Singer, I'm
I
gonna
hate
lose
that.
my mind.
I hate that show. I hate that show. I've never watched it. And
So what is your singing show that you watch? The Voice?
I watched The Voice and American Idol.
Oh, not American Idol.
Dude,
American Idol used to be good back in the day. It's
But the
just
thing
not-
about it, hold on. The thing about American Idol that's crazy is it's still the only show that churns out talent. Like no one from The Voice does anything when they win.
America's Got Talent.
America's Got Talent's fine, but
Morgan
like,
Wallen was on The Voice.
yeah,
He
came
didn't
in
win.
like 24th place. American Idol, the winners like end up still doing stuff, like or even like top 10 people. The amount of famous singers that you didn't even know were on American Idol is crazy.
They do churn out a lot. I'll give it to them.
And so I do like American.
But
I will stand by
The
that.
direction that I'm sure you're gonna go, like some of those definitely, like the guy that won however many seasons ago, like the big Hawaiian dude, like
Yeah, that was last year.
his audition got me emotional.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, there's a couple of those, that get you
oh
too.
yeah. Well, yeah, because his dad had died, and then he sang that song.
He sang a
With the
song.
ukulele.
Yeah,
Yeah, and,
about
Yeah,
and
I
like the
know what you're
song
talking
was
about.
about like telling his dad like he doesn't need to
Yeah.
hold on anymore,
Uh-huh.
like let him go.
and
It's
I'm
like,
like, I'm watching that, and I'm like, oh my god, like this is incredible. Yeah,
just makes you want to call your dad, be like, hello.
I know. And then in the finale, he brings out the original singer, and they sing it together, and he
Oh.
can't even
Oh.
keep it together.
Not a dry eye in the house.
And
No, can't be.
Jelly Roll was on Joe Rogan, and they watched that video together, and both of them are sitting there just boo-hooing like crazy.
Yep.
Oh,
It's just being a
that's-
real man. Once you're able
Exactly.
to admit that you can cry and be swept up in your emotions, that's
I'm
real
always-
level of
Yeah.
maturity.
It
I've
is.
always been an emotional guy. We know that about me. I can cry. I'll cry in a second.
Dare me to cry.
Dare me to cry. I'll do it right now.
Next week, all we're going to do is just play sad videos and see who's the first one. Just play those over and over again.
Exactly.
See who's the
Exactly.
first one to break down.
For sure. No, that's I'll admit it. I'll cry.
You guys
But-
made me feel better when, because like with how you teased it, I thought you guys were both gonna say like, it's been years.
Well, I
No.
still can't get behind The Bachelor.
I don't think I can either, but
because like this, so we were about to talk about this last week. I believe, because Adam and I do frequent some of those reality TV
Mhm.
shows. The Bachelor is
Right
by
after you
far
just
my
bashed
least
me.
favorite one.
Right after you just bashed me
But
for a while.
I told you guys that I watch it for scientific purposes only. It's
Okay,
it's a
sure.
it's a
Dave, you know
study
I
of
don't
human
control the
behavior.
television in my home.
You don't. You don't. But go ahead. Sorry, Chris. What
No,
were you
that's all I
saying?
had to say.
No, I
No, and
mean,
usually like I'll give that show a lot of hate as well. Like usually like it's pretty blasphemous, like the premise, and
it's awful.
I joke about it all the time that like half the girls that go on this show are like 24 years old and they're sitting there as like, I've struggled my whole life to find love. I'm like, you're 24 years old. And they'll be
Yeah.
like, my last relationship ended poorly. He cheated on me as she's like 22. I'm like, so you were just in college. We're like, yes, it's still sad, but it happens, you know?
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
married for 8 years first.
But like, which I'm gonna assume, Chris, you watched like a little bit of this season. Like, when it gets to that point, like there's a little more realness behind it. It still
For
is what
sure.
it is, but it was just
Never real.
it was just how this girl went about it. Like she admitted to like everyone on TV. She's like, I've known it wasn't me for a long time. She went to the girl that was going to it and was like, he's going to pick you. Like it's not me. And then like their breakup, like she basically like let him go. She's like, I know it's not me. I'm going to make this easy for you. And then like it just got to me. I'll admit it. And I'm not afraid to admit it.
That's fair. My only critique of that show, and the biggest thing I struggle with, is like, I think for dates they should have to like go to Costco and then meal prep for the week or something like that.
Like not
how is it hard
not
to
go to
fall
a
in love when you're on
waterfall
a yacht and then
yeah.
you go on a helicopter tour of a volcano and then you go heli skiing it's and then they don't even plan those dates, so it's like for to get an actual insight into like what this guy would be like in real life, he would have to plan some of this stuff, and just none of that's happening if that guy's in charge of planning it.
There's a reason the success rate coming out of the show is like low, very low.
But guys, it's a bullshit show from start to finish. I'll just go ahead and the whole show.
I mean, you can't really say that because like there are success stories coming out of it, but yeah, like most of the people that go on that show, it's not to actually try and find someone that they're looking to fall in love with.
And now it's like a feeder show for that other show. What's the other one called? Paradise
Bachelor in Paradise. Yeah, like
it's unbelievable.
75% of the people that go on that show are just looking to get famous, but you can't say that it's all fake because there are people that are like married with children. So like clearly some people have gotten what they've wanted out of it. But
sure, maybe.
I think it's staged.
Just you think people are like 15 years married at this point with kids all for a bit?
No, maybe I don't know. They knew each other before they got on there. Dude, I don't believe it.
20 years later, gotcha.
Yeah.
I refuse to
the long
watch that show. Except there was that one year we were in college or something, and there was that one girl on there that was awesome. She was crazy and no girls liked her, and I thought she was sick. Corinne something, and she was awesome.
You should DM her, Dave.
Yeah, well, she's really famous now, and she was kind of
gonna be.
So there's definitely obviously a lot of it that is staged because again, it was maybe quite a few seasons ago at this point, but like the date that got planned for this guy and this girl was they went to see like they got to like stand like up as close as possible as like this country singer like sang his new song to them, and like that was her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, Chase Rice. Dude, and why did he agree to go on there?
It's like of all the girls that he could have picked to go on this date, there's a reason why this was the girl that ended up going on that date, because for the drama. Like, yeah, obviously there is some of that to it, but like
I would say
the producers know what they're doing.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
They all take psychology exam or psychological evaluations before they go on the show, so they know their character archetypes and they can plan out the drama and all that stuff. It's definitely real.
From the Bachelor and Bachelorette franchises, 9 out of the 47 couples are still together. Like, obviously, yeah, the number's not good because the premise of a show is one guy and one girl dating 20 people all at the same time.
Which is messed up in itself, kind of. But anyway.
You'd have to bring a lady listener onto the show because like everyone has been hooting and hollering about this season's Bachelor, about how he was the best Bachelor we've ever seen. So you'd have to get someone that's truly invested their opinion.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Fair.
We'll have to do it.
Fair.
And now we're going to take quite the turn.
Sharp left turn.
Quite the turn. What animal scares you guys the least?
Wow, sometimes we have flawless transitions and sometimes we have this transition.
You just got, there's no way to flawlessly
All right,
transition.
what
there.
animal scares me the least? Probably.
What animal scares me the least?
Yeah, just the least.
Well, I mean,
Snail.
See, like I think
squirrels.
Squirrels.
Squirrels. I feel like
I
squirrels
thought the
can be
same thing,
dicks.
but a squirrel could ruin your life if it wanted to.
Oh yeah, what, they're gonna crawl all over my head.
You tell me you walk out the door and 6 squirrels come up and jump you. You're
I would
prepared to
be.
handle that?
I would be terrified. You're
You would
right.
be
I'd be
flustered.
Whoa!
Like I feel
What
like
is this?
like some fish, like a couple fish wouldn't be too scary.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of fish that are fine.
Yeah.
Salmon, I'm not worried about.
That leads into
salmon.
that leads into the
Specifically.
next question though. Like, what is the threshold? So like you just said 6 squirrels. So like let's say you're in, we'll say, I don't know how big we want to make this room, but you're in a confined space.
Let's make
With-
it like a gymnasium, like a
Okay.
middle school gymnasium.
So
'Cause
you are in the
if you're telling me
Crestview
it's like a 12 by 12 room, there's like I'm getting worried by a lot of animals just with nothing else in the room.
All right, so we're gonna say we're in, all doors are locked, and you're in the Marquette gym
Sure.
with no access to the B gym. You can't
Okay,
get
yep,
over to the next
single gym. I love that.
It's one
So-
singular gym.
What are one number animals that like if that animal is in the gym with you, you are not well? What are the one numbers?
The one numbers. So alligator is not going to be on my one list.
And the bleachers are not up. So
Oh.
you can't go up the bleachers. You're just
Oh.
in the gym.
Well, then an alligator would be on mine. That thing could bite my leg off.
Yeah, but it's just an alligator. They're not like
Just an alligator. Have you seen the science behind the force that they can bite
yeah,
down
but
with?
they literally will just sit there like this until something like goes into their mouth.
Well,
They're
have
not
you
like
seen
they're
them
not
move?
necessarily like a hunting animal.
Okay.
They don't like hunt you down on land and like rip you up.
Respectfully
lion-
disagree. When
So,
they get hungry, respectfully disagree.
What's your number on gators then? How
I
many
could- I could
gators
be-
are you in the
I would-
Marquette gym with?
I think I'm fine with 6 gators.
6 gators. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
because all I have to do is really keep an eye on them, and they don't
Asinine.
move a lot. And
But when they do, they can move with some get up.
yeah, but their range isn't huge. Like, cause they can go like this, but they're not. I don't like. What's their land speed?
I think it's pretty quick. I agree. I don't think
I don't
they
think
can-
it's that fast. 20
Average
miles an
gator.
hour
That's quick.
maximum in the water. That's the water land speed. I want land speed.
35.
They're even faster.
Although
I know.
they tire quickly. It does
Yeah.
want to let you know they
Let's
do
see.
tire
Okay,
quickly.
okay. Hold on.
I've seen videos of those things moving across a fairway on a golf
That
course.
that's a little gator though.
Mm,
I'm
Little-
thinking big gators here.
So what footage are you putting on that gator?
Like a
6
five
six,
foot.
6 5-foot gators?
Yeah.
So you're cool with 30 feet a gator?
Yeah, I
Oh
just
my
don't
gosh.
think they're
Okay.
that like I really don't think they're that the big ones. I've seen them like walk. They're not the
Now-
most agile things.
What if I put you in the Marquette swimming pool with said gator? Does that
No.
change your number?
Yeah, it changes everything. That's a 0. That's what I'm saying. My only advantage to the gator is being on land.
Okay.
And like
Now-
I don't, and they're just not like they're not super like aggressive. Like they're not
What-
gonna all like attack me at once like a lions would.
What does it do to that number if I now give you bleacher access?
That makes
mean,
it go up for me
what's
because
the
then you
goal,
could go
though?
up the bleachers, and they're not going to be able to really get up those bleachers.
So this is the premise I'm gonna set in front of you guys. For every minute you're in the room with this animal, you get $10, but they add one every successful minute.
They add a gator.
And I get
So they add
$10 per minute. That's not I choose
right,
not to participate.
Well, then we'll call it $100 a minute. $1,000 a minute.
And then when I say I'm done, they just get all of them out of there and I get to leave
Then you get out.
And you
I have
take
to
your
get out?
money.
We'll
without the
say
gators being moved.
You have to
You-
escape.
you can then get access into the B gym. Let's say that they can't get in there.
But I
So
have
you
to
gain
get past them. They're
more
still there on the
space.
ground.
Well, you could just be like back to the B gym door, and then as soon as you feel uncomfortable, you're like, I want out.
This is crazy.
You're losing me with the premise here.
Yeah, we are going down the rabbit hole.
All right,
I
let me
think-
just go through some of these as well. You said a mouse is maybe like 5.
Well, when I thought of this, I was like in like a 10 by
Oh.
10 room, and I
Yeah.
don't want rodents
No.
climbing
I'm
on
not-
me.
I
I'm
could
not
be
that
fine
scared
with
of mice.
50 mice in a room with me. Little mice are not
Yeah,
a
they're
problem
not.
to me.
They're not going to do anything.
Once again, in my premise, I gave you a 10 by 10 room.
Yeah, that's what
Is-
I'm saying. In a 10 by 10
So
room,
you'd
I'm
just be
fine
cool with just
50
mice
little,
climbing
yeah,
all over you? Oh, I would
50
hate
little
that
white
so
mice.
much.
They're not gonna
They
do
wouldn't be
anything.
climbing on you. They'd be running away from you.
It's a 10 by 10 room.
I'm only scared of something that could kill me, and I don't think 50 mice in a 10 by 10 room could kill me.
I can't wait to just put 50 mice in your house and you not be okay with it.
I wouldn't be okay living in a house.
They're
with
like
50
this
of them.
big.
Yeah, but if it, in the
I
premise
think
of this,
you guys are overconfident. Like
well,
obviously, yes,
I
they're
feel
not going
that
to
way
hurt
about
you.
the alligators. So
Obviously, they're not going to hurt you, but like I wouldn't love just 50 mice climbing on me.
no one's gonna love any of this really. But under the under the premise.
So for
of,
me to be an act like I would not be cool with like I wouldn't just be able to sit there in the premise I gave you that you get $1,000 per minute.
oh,
If
yeah.
50 mice were climbing on me, I would not last longer than a minute. Like
All
I
right,
would
but
not
he-
like that.
For
These numbers are just
$1,000 a
off.
minute.
So goldfish, I'm assuming we're thinking like a pool, right?
That instance, you have
100
to be in a pool.
goldfish,
Yeah, that's aggressively
put
low.
12,000
goldfish,
goldfish.
like, they're not
in a
gonna
pool
do
with me,
anything.
and I don't
And I
care.
wouldn't care.
Yeah,
I'll
you
just
just-
swim in a pool of goldfish.
You'll just be sitting there. Yeah, that's
I'm sure I've chosen to swim in bodies of water with fish in. I have in
Yeah.
a lake or the ocean. Yeah, you could put a ton of goldfish.
But what are some other animals? Like what's one that like for example, my brother hates flying insects. So like he refuses to step foot in the butterfly house.
Again, 10,000 butterflies in a gym with
See,
me, and
like,
I'm fine.
Butterflies
fine.
wouldn't do anything to me. I don't like
Cicadas, I'm out.
I don't
If
like
there was 100
rodents, though.
cicadas in a,
Do you have noise canceling headphones though?
it's not even about the noise. The cicadas are just like dumb and blind, and they'll just like fly right into you and like,
They are kind of nasty too, though.
yeah, I just don't like them.
Like I feel like geese would be a low number. I hate geese.
yeah, you know,
And they're
geese-
mean.
Yeah,
like,
they're
I
mean
wouldn't-
and they're
I wouldn't
strong
want-
too.
I
Their
wouldn't
arms
want to
can
hang
like
out with a goose.
they can like break an arm of like a 12-year-old child. I've
Where'd you
done my
read that?
research. I've done my research. Don't you worry about it.
Did you actually read that?
Yeah, gooseheads.com.
But then like sloths. Like I
Um,
could hang out with a couple
yeah, put-
sloths or two.
400 sloths in a gym
Yeah.
with me. I'm fine.
Have you seen those fingernails on those things? Oh, that thing freaks me out. Those things are long.
But, like, My ability to elude the sloth, I could be fine.
even I could elude a sloth. They don't move at all, hardly. Their speed is so low.
Yeah, but Not a lot of foot speed on this. When we talk land speed, very low land speed on the sloth.
I can't believe the alligator take from earlier. I'm stuck on that. But anyway,
What I
I'll
say,
leave.
5? I actually think I underestimated myself there. I really think I'm fine with 5 of those in a gym.
Get me out of there.
I
Snakes.
will-
I'm out on snakes.
I wouldn't be big
Adam,
on
I know
snakes.
you're out on
Yeah.
snakes.
My limit for snakes is 0.
Yeah.
But snakes are afraid of you again. Like most snakes aren't going to come try and get
Not
you.
all of them.
See, but this is
Actually,
those
all
king-
of them. Yeah.
I'm pretty
Those
sure
king
like
cobras.
most of them are not like naturally aggressive unless they feel
Yes,
threatened.
Yeah.
And like
Same with spiders.
once again, just in my mind, like I picture this where like they're just out to get me, like we're not just hanging, you know?
Yeah.
I will say it's a different scenario if I wake up and I'm just in the gym and I have to deal with it versus like mentally being prepared and like knowing
like
I'm going in and like I know
Hunger
the
Games,
scenarios.
you rise out of
Yeah.
you rise out of the ground, you just look around, you're like,
I'm panicking a little bit if I look around and see like 8 gators. But if I just know that I'm going to be in this gym and I just have to avoid these gators, I know they're going to be in there.
like
There's no
you're
shock
in
factor
there,
to
and
it,
then
I'm
just
fine.
like one by one they open
Right.
a door and just
Mhm.
like put them in. That's completely different. I agree. But like,
have
about-
you guys ever seen the show Nathan For You?
yes,
There's an episode on that where he offers a free TV and you have to go in like there's like this tiny door that you have to go under and then you have to walk around a gator and then go through this next door and that's where you get the coupon for the free TV. But he like drums up a whole bunch of business for people coming in for it. That's just what made me think about gators and like that gator was just sitting there doing nothing. He's not
to
trying
bring
to kill
it
you.
to bring it back to Bam Majura, like an episode of Bam, he like
Yeah.
has one of his guys is like, oh, can you just go get something out of this trailer for me? And then they like lock the door and he looks across and he's in a trailer with like a venomous snake and he's just like
They
freak-
put a gator in the bedroom with his parents while they were sleeping and then just woke up.
yeah.
That's crazy.
What
That's
is it?
crazy.
What does it change for you if they're dropping you in the animal's home turf? So like,
A whole different story, completely different story. If you tell me there's 8 gators within 300 feet of me while I'm in like a swampland, I'm dead. I'd rather just be
Yeah.
dead.
but gators in
Yeah.
the gym, then you feel all right.
I can see them.
Yeah.
There's nowhere for them to hide. I can see them. I don't think they're that fast.
We've seen the numbers.
35
We've-
miles an hour.
We've seen
That's
the numbers.
not, but that's for
That's
like little,
fast.
like 1 foot gators.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they can
You're
run
right, you're
fast.
right,
These
you're right.
big boys, I've seen them walk. They're like
How many
Average
gorillas?
speed of
How many gorillas?
1.
One.
Yeah,
That-
Dude, those things will kill you.
for in a heartbeat.
And a gorilla on steroids, so it's like got roid rage. That thing would kill you.
If we could teach girls how to play basketball or football, gosh, I would be interested in that league.
Yeah, well, yeah.
and
But
I
don't
loyalty.
know.
I
Maybe
Get
they'd
some
like
people
it.
involved.
I don't
You think
they
they'd
could do
like
that.
it?
Have you guys seen Planet of the Apes movies?
Good films.
I
There's a
have
new one
actually.
coming out. A new one coming out.
I actually have seen
They're
that.
good
Shocker. Shocker. I've seen that.
You are a fan of the Shocker.
Saw
Let's-
Rise of the Planet of the Apes in theaters with my grandfather. Heck of a
Yeah.
film.
Yeah, great film. All right, real quick, Chris's conspiracy corner because I do have some stuff to talk about this week on it.
Yeah.
Guys, listen. I'm not like actively trying to be a conspiracy theorist. Like I know that there's a bad perception around it, and if you look at stuff, you could always find the
Mhm.
one supporting evidence. It's the same with everything. Like
Yep.
I'm not trying to be. But
But
with that said, the fact that that boat was going perfectly straight under the middle of the bridge, somehow the power goes out and then it turns and hits the pillar of this bridge
All the way around.
perfectly straight on is just a little suspect. It's
just
just a little too
something doesn't
suspect
add
for me.
up. Something doesn't
And
add up.
I know
Oh,
that
no.
they came out and said like the boat like reached out, like they were in contact and they were able to close down the bridge and they knew this was happening. Now, if I was a terrorist,
Right.
that's exactly how I would do it. I would
You better
find
be
some,
careful. You
I'd
better
find
be careful.
some way to remote trigger this boat to lose power and then turn perfectly and take out this bridge. And then, what I said was, I did a little research
Right.
because I was
Good.
like,
Yeah.
well,
As you should.
let's just see what the Maryland port is most known for with imports and exports. It's
What are
not
they
the
most
biggest
known-
port in the U.S. It's the third biggest.
Uh-huh.
New York and New Jersey have the biggest ports, but it is the deepest port in Maryland. Their top import is vehicles.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm sorry. Their top export is vehicles, and their top imports are agricultural and farming tools and supplies, and like microchips and other technological, like
Yeah.
raw elements that you need for
Mhm.
like a lot of important stuff. And like if there was some kind of terrorism plot going on,
They wanted the chips.
you don't start with the biggest port anymore, because then they know
Oh.
you start with the third one on the list and you start to cause a little disruption here and then a little disruption here until
Yeah.
you get to a point where there's an inflection point and there's mass chaos. But
a little ripple effect. If you
listen,
Yeah.
I don't think
We're not
saying
being
that
insensitive
anything's
here.
nefarious is here, but I'm just saying it is just kind of too much of a coincidence, a little bit for me, that thing hit that pillar directly on. And I even
I know.
saw the video. Like the first thing I saw was the TikTok video, and it had had a full footage of it, right? So it was like a 2-minute footage, and in that footage you can see it turning clearly. All the mainstream media news outlets are only showing like the 12-second clip, which just looks like it's hitting it straight on and it never had a choice.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying is
That's not actually how it happened.
no, it turned
At all.
It for
I
sure,
know.
it for sure
Yeah.
turned. And then,
No, I saw the same video. I
was trying to find like the video of it turning, and I couldn't find it anywhere but TikTok. And
The
what are they trying to
Tox.
do with TikTok?
They're
Get-
trying to
get
ban
rid of the
They're
TikTok.
trying to ban it because they know we get the
It's
information
real.
from there.
Yeah.
You can't. There's no hiding of information. there.
raw, unfiltered content on the top.
Yeah.
It's the video Twitter of the world.
Yeah, and you're not wrong. And then not to mention that it happened on the same day that somebody's getting busted for the Diddy's getting busted. And so they're trying to hide that story because Epstein's Island.
Bury the lead. It all comes back. Oh, it's all intertwined.
Exactly.
And maybe there's
and
some
things.
political figures wrapped up in it too, and that's why the federal government has promised to pay for the whole bridge, because they're like, all right, we caused this mess, we're going to clean it up
Yeah.
because we don't want anybody looking into the
Oh
details
yeah,
of it.
we have gone headfirst into the conspiracy.
Put on our tinfoil hats.
Here we go. Not that we're being insensitive to anybody that has died or been involved in this, but
How many
Absolutely.
people died? Do we know the total number?
no, I don't know. 8, last I thought I heard, or 8 were missing.
Damn.
How
I don't know why
if
the
the-
pothole repair people didn't evacuate the bridge like
That's what I'm
everybody
saying.
else.
That's what I said.
Like if the
They said
if the
that
boat called and was like, "Hey," like how were there still?
they said they
people-
closed the bridge. Why were there still people driving on it?
Well, it was pothole repair people.
That would be the first people. Like that's the government. Like that'd
Are
be
the
the first
potholes
people
that
that you could
important?
get hold of.
Just let the
Exactly.
boat come through, not come through.
Was it? Is it? Did the boat have clearance to get under the bridge if it didn't hit the pillar?
It didn't look like it was.
It didn't
going.
look like it at all. So I don't know what. Like, is it a
No.
drawbridge or what? Like,
It
I don't
had
know
to
what
have
that
been.
plan was.
Like it looked like a semi going through a drive-through. Like, oh, maybe I can make it. Fit.
But yeah, again, not to be insensitive, but at what point do you think there was a guy at that pothole crew that was like, "Hey, Joe,
like,
does this boat look like it's about to hit us?" Like,
and hey, did you notice that there's no one on this bridge anymore? And then it's like, at that point, it's too late.
yeah.
I
Same
put my
thing with the
tinfoil hat
birds.
on. I put my tinfoil hat on.
Let's get tinfoil hats for next week. I love that.
Exactly.
Oh, just an hour of
Conspiracy.
conspiracy.
But no, I mean, I agree with you. I think it's a little sketchy. And to go onto your terrorist like attack theme, this is kind of like the second or third thing that's happened over the past couple months. That's a little dicey. Like when the phone lines all went down on AT&T,
It was just a little dicey. It's all
and they
just
really
getting-
swept that under the rug. Like
they
that was a
sweep
big
everything
deal.
under the rug.
That was a huge deal, and then all of a sudden, no one was even talking about it.
I mean, there was a couple months ago when there was like 4 train derailments and they were all like
Yeah.
hazardous chemicals. And
Yep.
also, has anybody seen the Flint, Michigan stuff that surfaced a little while ago
Mm-mm.
About
that,
water?
about water? So
Well, that was a little bit ago. That was like a couple of years ago. But
no, I know, but like
Is there fresh Flint material?
there's fresh Flint material because they found pictures have surfaced of government-owned buildings stocked head like floor to ceiling with fresh bottles of water.
head
Like
to toe.
the
That's what you're
whole
about to
building
say.
just jam-packed with water
Yeah.
that it's just was not ever used. It's still sitting there.
Yeah.
This is-
Anheuser-Busch apparently provided a bunch of water for there in cans.
This is obviously at like a much lower severity level, but I saw it was like a video on Instagram, and it was like a girl, and she was like, if your fiance is on their bachelor party right now in this city and you're listening, I just want to let you know he's cheating on you. Like, can you imagine before like smartphones and stuff, how easy it was to get away with things?
Yeah, I know. Well, and that's crazy too, because now like everyone shares that stuff. So it's like
Oh yeah.
they
Like
post it.
there's a
There's
video
people
of
that live
everything.
for it. Like there's
Yeah.
people that'll see that video and be like, the next 5 days of my life is dedicated to finding this guy
Like
online
every
so I
single
can out
angle.
him.
It's like I
Yeah.
have every angle. I
Someone
have
get
found it.
anonymous on here right now. We're hacking everything to figure out who
Yeah,
this guy
like-
is.
Yeah.
Before camera phones and social media, it had to just be so easy
It
to
really
get away
is.
with things.
It's crazy. I saw
Yeah.
this video about this girl that went like on the news and just went all over social media blasting this like well-known Chicago restaurant, saying that she was kicked out, assaulted, thrown down 2 flights of stairs, traumatized for life, all this stuff. The next day, the next like week, the business puts out the security footage and a video, and it's just the security guard being very reasonable with a sloppy drunk girl,
Yep.
walking her out, like not being aggressive at any point at all, perfectly fine all the way down the stairs. She walks out. It's like, how do you not understand that literally everything is recorded now? There's nowhere you can go really that doesn't have CTV footage or some type of camera on you.
Totally.
Then at the same time, like it blows my mind how like some stuff goes like unsolved. It's like,
I know.
but
True.
like I could
that-
put like you could put out a video like you said, or like what I brought up, like this guy cheating on his girlfriend within like a day. They're gonna have every single video, like picture evidence, but then yet we still can't get a good picture of Bigfoot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And it all comes
And
back
we
to
know
Bigfoot.
why. No, but
Yeah.
like even like that kid, the Mizzou kid they
Yeah,
found in
super
the,
sad.
like
but
we
Very
you-
sad,
you
yeah.
see all the like there's different angles of him walking. Like obviously we don't have a perfect picture of it all, but I'm
There was
sure
a-
there was more footage than what was even released to the
Mhm.
public. And like
Oh yeah.
if
And then
they-
there was that
if
cop
they
that
wanted
ran
to, they
into
could
him.
also like subpoena like local businesses and
Yep.
ATMs and all kinds
Yeah.
of
like
stuff.
if you
like,
really wanted, you
When the
could
police
get
did that.
everything, because
Right,
yeah, like
it's-
every single business has a camera out front. Like you could get step for step what
what's
And
that
the
movie
police
with
did
Shia
that.
LaBeouf?
Yeah.
Like it's called like Eagle Eye.
Eagle
or something
Eye?
like- Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good example of like every ATM everywhere has a camera. Every stoplight has a camera. Like
Yeah.
everything has cameras nowadays.
Mhm.
It's just wild. And then people will get so upset about people that record video in public, and they'll be like, "Don't put me on camera. I didn't consent to this." And it's like you're in public. You have no expectation.
yeah,
of privacy.
you're on
Everything's
every
already
camera
recorded.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. But
Uh,
it's
all right,
cameras
should we run some
everywhere.
sports.
Well, tell us what the conspiracy corner was presented by. You
Oh.
gotta give our non-sponsor sponsor a little
Yeah,
shout
it's
out.
sponsored by Stride. Use Stride to track your work mileage. No, it can be sponsored by Ranch Water this week. Hard seltzer, Ranch Water. Shout out Kent.
Shout
Dave.
out Anheuser-Busch. There you go. Love it.
Shout
All right.
freaking out.
So time for some Let's Large Sports. That is actually brought to you by Shank It Golf for all of your Shank It Golf needs, such as golf apparel, hats, etc. Go to shankitgolf.com. Use promo code nonsense15 for 15% off your order at shankitgolf.com. All right. So let's learn sports this week. It's going to be a little rapid fire. We can't spend a lot of time on
Oh,
it because there's a
shoot.
lot of teams. But
Ooh.
we're in the middle of March Madness. We've talked
Mhm.
about it already. I'm going to go in random order because that's what the list is in that I have on my computer. Nicknames for all schools that are in the NCAA tournament, all 68 teams that made it to the
Nicknames.
Like
the mascot,
Tigers.
etc. So you guys have to give me the nickname for all of the schools that are in the
All right,
I'm
you
gonna-
give us the school, and then we'll say the nickname.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm
Obviously.
gonna.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do shockingly bad at this. I
All
think.
right, let's go.
I did really well. I did it on Sporkle. That's where I pulled it
Ooh,
from.
good quiz.
And
Good
I
quiz
got
site. Good quiz site.
I got 58 of 60 of 68. So I did
That's
pretty
pretty good.
well.
That's pretty good.
All right, and it's in random order. So we'll start with their order. So Auburn,
Tigers.
TCU,
Horned Frogs.
Texas,
Longhorns.
Wisconsin.
Are these correct?
Yeah,
These are just their mascots.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what it is.
Why'd you say nicknames then?
That's what it's
like
called.
that's like what it's called.
Oh, all right, okay.
You
yeah,
said
I've
Wisconsin.
never heard that before.
Badgers.
yeah. Florida,
Gators.
first hard one. Stetson,
Uh,
I got nothing.
the Steamers.
nope. We got the Hatters of Stetson University.
Nah, Stetson Steamers would have been cooler.
I know.
Better
Yale,
name.
Yale,
Bulldogs.
Colorado State,
The Rams.
Yeah, Rams.
the St. Peter's,
Pirates.
I don't know, St. Peter's.
the Peacocks,
I'm not gonna know a lot of these small schools.
That's fine, yeah.
Washington State.
The
Cougars.
Yep.
Sure.
Cougars. San Diego State.
Aztecs.
Yep.
There you go. The Michigan State.
Spartans.
Yep. St. Mary's.
I should know this one.
The don't know.
Adam.
I don't think I'm gonna get it, but I'm gonna be really mad when you say it. Just give it to me.
The Gales of
Oh,
St. Mary's.
I would not have gotten
Didn't
that.
know
I
that.
feel better about not knowing that one.
South Carolina.
Gamecocks.
The Kansas.
Jayhawks.
Jayhawks.
The Akron.
Zips.
Bingo. The South Dakota State.
Jackrabbits.
I said it so many times because I picked them. Marquette.
Oh crap.
What is Marquette?
Chris, this is our team. Come on, man.
Yeah. I honestly don't know.
Can't picture it.
Don't know.
Adam.
For the sake of time, just give it because I'm gonna sit here for a while. I could probably get there, but
The Golden Eagles.
the
The Mississippi
got
State.
Bulldogs,
Purdue.
Boilermakers,
Boilermakers.
Virginia.
Hokies.
No.
No, that's Virginia Tech. Cavaliers,
The Western Kentucky.
Hilltoppers.
Samford University.
No idea.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hand. It's one of the basic ones.
Is it Bulldogs?
It is. Yep.
Okay.
I got one that I'm ready to fire off though.
You're
I
just
just
waiting
can't
for
wait
it?
for it to come.
The Howard.
I have no idea.
Was that it?
No.
No.
Because I don't have Howard.
Howard is Bison.
Okay.
Florida.
So-
Go on.
Before we do Florida Atlantic, which ones that we've missed so far did you get?
I got the.
I'm assuming Marquette.
I got Marquette. I got St. Mary's. I got St. Peter's.
Okay.
I missed Stetson. No one
Okay.
knows that Stetson's the Hatters.
Yeah, that's
Um,
bananas.
That was the only ones that I.
All right, let's keep going. We
Okay.
got a cruise.
Owls, right?
Yep.
Yep.
FAU Owls.
Duke,
Blue Devils.
Blue Devils.
Drake. Come on, Chris. This is in
Red
your
Devils.
state. No. Adam.
I don't have Drake.
Bulldogs. Yukon,
Huskies,
Colorado,
Buffalo,
Utah State.
Utes.
Nope, that's Utah.
Damn it.
The
Bulldogs.
Aggies.
Oh, that's right.
Northwestern.
I actually don't know Northwestern.
Oh, Chris.
Nothing.
The Wildcats.
Okay.
I should know that.
The
Same.
College of Charleston.
Nothing.
Cougars.
Sure.
Good.
Vermont.
Vermin.
Trees.
What did you say?
Vermin. The
Maple
Vermont vermin.
Maple syrup.
I got this one. The Catamounts.
Okay.
What?
The Grand Canyon.
Lopes.
Bingo.
That's
There
the
it
one.
is. That's the one.
I wouldn't have gotten that one.
All right. Tennessee.
Vols.
Volunteers.
Nevada.
Wolves. The Wolf Pack.
Bingo. James
Nice.
Madison.
The Pirates.
No, but their logo looks like it.
Yeah, it's like a pirate. The Raiders.
No, the Dukes.
The
Ah.
Dukes.
The New Mexico
I got nothing.
Lobos.
The
The
Lobos.
Lobos.
Iowa State.
Cyclones.
Cyclones.
Illinois.
Whoa. Fighting Illini.
Yep. North Carolina.
Tar Heels.
Tar Heels.
The Morehead State. I missed this one.
Dick and balls.
Fuck boys.
Eagles. BYU.
Right. Mormons. Cougars.
The Cougars. I'm just flying through.
I said Cougars.
Texas Tech.
Red Raiders.
Grambling. I missed this one.
Just Grambling State.
It's
Yeah.
Grambling State Tigers. All right, we're in the last column. Oregon,
All right.
Ducks.
Nebraska,
Cornhuskers.
Dayton,
Flyers.
McNeese State,
Horn Dogs.
Aztecs.
Cowboys, Montana State,
Mountaineers.
Yellowstone.
Bobcats, Houston,
Oilers.
Texans.
Cougars,
Rockets.
Longwood University,
Longwood.
That's it.
Lancers, the Colgate
Toothpaste.
Toothpaste.
Raiders, the UAB
Dragons.
Raiders.
Blazers, Gonzaga,
Bulldogs.
NC State, yes, NC State,
Wolfpack.
Wolfpack, the Duquesne. Think James Madison if we're learning anything.
Pirates.
Nope, Dukes. Good try. Boise State,
Oh, what are they?
There's a horse.
Broncos?
Broncos.
Creighton. You're right.
Prep.
Creighton.
Just
Who?
prep.
Nope.
Say crap.
Yeah.
Creighton.
Bulldog.
The Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays.
Blue
Baylor.
Bears.
Arizona.
Wildcats.
Clemson.
Tigers.
Alabama.
Crimson Tide.
The Texas A&M.
Aggies.
The Long Beach State
Surfer
Snoop
Bros.
Dogs.
Beach. That's their name.
Beach.
Is the Beach. The Wagner.
Wagner?
I know they were 16.
The Wagner
they,
Dogtails.
They lost to Howard in their playing game. The
I got-
Wagner Seahawks, and the last
Sure.
one is the University of Oakland.
White guys.
Oh.
The Golden Grizzlies.
Nah.
There you go. That was a fun little.
I said I was going to do shockingly bad at that, and I think I fit the bill.
You did. All right. Well, that was Let's Learn Sports, where we learned nothing this week about all of the nicknames or mascots for all your favorite universities. I'm
I
David
might have learned
Fisher,
a couple of them.
and this is Let's Learn Sports, brought to you by
You could
Shanky
Yankee Golf.
we
There
could
go.
run this back next week, and I think I'd do just as bad. I
Yeah.
wouldn't remember
No,
any of the
I'd probably get a couple more.
You'd know James Madison.
Pirates.
Dukes.
still the Pirates.
Dukes, nice try.
All right.
All right.
I think we're long, so I don't know if we got time for the dozen.
Oh,
we got
just
it.
put it
Oh,
on.
we got it?
We'll go until
Just
we
put
get
it
one
on.
wrong.
Yeah.
Just no, we're not. We're doing the whole dang thing. It only takes like what, 7 minutes usually.
Yeah, we don't.
Who cares?
All right. Starting up top left.
Yep,
NFL.
always.
NFL. We always start with the dang
This
NFL.
Hall of Fame defensive back made 4 Pro Bowls and won 3 Super Bowls with the Patriots from 1995 to 2004, then led the AFC in interceptions with the Jets in 2005.
Skip.
It's either Ty Law or
Ooh, that's a good pick.
or Rodney Harris, not Troy Polamalu.
Okay,
Rodney
it was just a guess.
I don't
He
think
played
it's
for the Steelers.
I don't think
only.
it's Rodney. I like Ty Law.
I think it might be Ty Law.
Bang!
Wow.
Come on, Adam.
That's good.
I can't even read this.
LAW.
Zidane.
That was that. That was
France.
right. France.
France.
So Tyler.
College basketball. After 4 consecutive national titles wins by UConn, this SEC team led by Aja Wilson won the 2017 women's tournament.
Is that South Carolina?
It's either South Carolina or Tennessee, but it has. I think it's South Carolina.
Wow. Okay, books.
Oh no.
Following a teenager named Alex and his violent episodes, this 1962 dystopian satire novella from the author Anthony Burgess got a controversial 1971 Stanley Kubrick film adaptation. This is
Fahrenheit 451.
no, don't no, it's
1982.
isn't it Blade Runner?
I don't
No. It's violent exploits.
Blade Runner, isn't that a Nicolas Cage movie?
No, that's Ghost Rider.
No. I don't know anything about a book.
Teenager named Alex and his violent exploits. Dystopian satire. It's what's throwing me.
I know, because it's dystopian, but a satire is usually somewhat comical. So
Yeah.
that's not going to be 1982 or Fahrenheit 451 because they're not satirical.
Skip. Neil Patrick Harris.
Yep.
But he's the middle or he's the
He's
outside.
the
right?
outside.
He's the
yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
How do you spell his name?
Neil Patrick. There you go. And then the outside or the inside.
Whose mustache
Is that James Franco in the middle?
No, I don't.
But
No.
also maybe.
It also maybe him or it could be one of the Francos, him or Dave.
Dave.
It could be Dave Franco.
It could be. It could be. If it's one of the two, it's James, I think. I don't think it's young enough to be Dave.
What are we thinking?
I think I like a Franco. I think fire off James.
Come on.
This would be
What is this? Get out of here.
This would be a good poll.
James Franco.
Okay, snacks and candy. Stevia-filled ice cream brand has their low calorie counts on the
Oh,
front. Halo.
Halo. Yep, that stuff's good.
Quality cream.
Later getting multiple spin-offs, this show debuted on Discovery in 2013 and has 2 strangers try to last 20 days.
Naked. Is that Naked and Afraid?
Yeah, it has to be. With very little, not even clothes. Naked and Afraid. XL. What is that?
Well, as you can see, there's now multiple spin-offs.
And look at all the spin-offs.
As the question.
Went with it, and we were right. Movies. Along with having the lead role, Joseph Gordon-Levitt made his directorial debut with his 2013 romantic dramedy, which also starred Scarlett Johansson and Julianne Moore.
John something. It's the movie where he's addicted to porn.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Type John
John Wayne.
and all.
John Carter.
John Henry.
No.
John Q.
Possibly Johnny Tsunami. The Disney Channel movie.
John Tucker Must Die.
No. Keep
Shout out
scrolling.
Brittany Snow. Deers being John Malkovich.
Keep scrolling. Keep going.
I don't think it's
Oh,
any
is
of
that
it.
the end? Then it's not any of these. It's not John something. I know what movie it is too. That's gonna bother me.
I thought Her. I thought Her also, but that's Joaquin Phoenix. Exit out. We'll come back. Go to music.
Okay.
In 1999, longtime friends 50 Cent, Tony
Popping them
Yayo,
things and stunt
Lloyd
101.
Banks.
Popping them things.
They were in a group. What was their group called?
Young Money.
No, Young Money is Drake and Lil Wayne and
I know, I was kidding.
Nicki Minaj and
Thugsters.
Bone
Thugs and
Thugs
Harmony?
and Harmony. No,
No,
50
it's not
Cent's
Bone
not in
Thugs.
Bone Thugs and I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like what we're doing here.
I'm still just trying to think of this.
The
movie.
Saint Lunatics.
No.
I'm kidding. That's Nelly and Murphy Lee.
No.
It is though. Nelly
That's
and Murphy
right.
Lee.
You are correct.
I have no guess. We're struggling. Books. Do we have a guess on this, Chris?
The Giver.
The Giver.
It's that I thought that too, but he's not a violent teen in that. The only thing I can think of is A Clockwork Orange.
Sure.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh!
You looked that up. There's no way. There's no way you got that without looking it up.
That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, right. That's not even a book.
It is a book and a movie.
Okay.
I
Who's
got
in the
nothing.
movie?
I got nothing on these guesses.
I don't know.
The movie, it's going to piss me off that I can't think of it.
Jack and Jill.
Worst Adam Sandler movie ever.
I don't know. Just
Love Actually.
just put something in there.
Yeah, just fire off a guess.
Do Her.
Like, it's gonna be called like Don John. I promise you.
Well, let's see if that's an option.
Yeah, type in Don John. There it is.
That's it. That's it. I freaking knew it.
My
I knew it
gosh.
was John.
All right, hold on. If we get this, then we have our double dip on our last one. We could get a perfect box here.
But I got nothing.
I got
on
nothing
this.
on this either. Popping them things, popping them things, popping them things.
1999. I didn't know 50 Cent was in a group.
I didn't either.
Dollar Bill.
What?
He's 50 Cent. The rest of the group, they make $1.
Is it like 3-6 Mafia or something?
I don't think
3-6
so.
Mafia. It could be like
303. That's a good guess.
What are some of the like nicknames that 50 Cent? He had names. You know how like Diddy had P. Diddy, Puff Daddy,
Yep.
Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Lion.
I got nothing.
I have nothing.
G, wasn't he like G something? The G Unit or something?
G-Unit. I like that guess. Let's go with that.
It's better than nothing.
What is it?
Oh, it was right. All right, hold on.
What?
Neil Patrick Harris is correct. We have a
For
chance here,
sure.
guys.
Yes.
For sure, Neil Patrick Harris.
Okay, hold on. Let me get this. Oh, I have no idea who that guy is.
It's gonna seem crazy, but he kind of has this mustache sometimes, but I don't think it's him. Justin Bieber.
Wait.
That could be Justin
It
Bieber.
looks like him with the mustache.
I'm
like-
with it.
I B. E E I E B I E. There we go. And then we still have to do Neil Patrick Harris again. It does kind of look like him.
Okay, what is happening? Did I have him selected?
You gotta
You
the
gotta
ads
hit.
in the way.
Yeah.
These
Like-
damn ads.
You gotta select Neil Patrick.
No.
No, who was it? I can't believe we got G Unit.
That's incredible.
Kit Harrington.
Harrington.
Fuck.
Oh,
I wouldn't.
wow.
That mustache is too blonde to me to be Kit.
And it's just not even full at all.
Oh man.
Damn.
We had some holes there.
We
too.
had a comeback of the century there. Oh my gosh, that would have been electric.
Wow. Wow. Disappointing.
I don't
You
think
know-
I'm buying that. That's Kit Harrington. I need to. I'm talking. Who do I need to talk to?
You need to call Jeff D'Lo at Barstool and tell him that that was not right.
Wow.
Isn't he the one that does the dozen?
Yep.
Yep. Unbelievable. Well, boys,
Good
we also
showing,
broke,
though.
we broke the record for longest episode today. So
Love it.
Records are meant to be broken.
exactly. We're pushing like what, an hour and 25?
Yeah.
I love it. The people are here for it. There's a
I'll
lot of
go.
podcasts out there that are like 3.5 hours long.
I'll go another
Fair.
hour if the boys have time.
I mean, we ended up hanging out and talking anyway. So,
Exactly. All right.
All
Well,
right.
there you go.
ladies and gentlemen,
Next week will be the week. We're going 9 for 9.
That's gonna be it.
All right. As always, it's nightly nonsense. See you.
I'm a beautiful butterfly.
Vita Sen.